I said I was going to do a post-secret video today, and I actually tried yesterday, but I'm gonna have to work on it a little because when I was filming the book, like the pages turning and kind of zooming in on the artwork in the book, the video camera was too far away from my mouth to pick up my whispering, so I'm gonna have to do like a separate audio track and then put it over top of the video, which isn't exactly what I wanted to do, but I think it'll work out okay. And also, I'd forgotten that there are some images and some writing in the book that are like not suitable for children, maybe even offensive to others, I don't know, but definitely not, all ages, so I think I'm going to leave those ones out because I don't want my channel to be offensive to anyone. So I have to go through the book and like flag those ones so that I skip over them. So anyway, I'll be doing that shortly, but for now I just wanted to touch base with you guys and just let you know what's been going on with me. I've had a bit of a stressful couple of days actually, because we found a lump in my dog in her chest, quite a big one, and we took her to the vet, and he said it's definitely a tumor and it needs to come out, and he said it depends on whether or not it's attached to her like mammary tissue. It'll depend on whether or not he needs to, or that will determine if he needs to remove all of the mammary tissue in her chest, like both sides. Anyway, so it could end up being quite a big deal, and also he may not know when he looks at it if that's the case, so if he doesn't, then he'll have to get it sent away for testing and then possibly open her back up and do another surgery. So yeah, we're pretty concerned about that. She's not like a really, well, she's really healthy otherwise and really strong and, still very youthful, but she is, I guess, a senior dog. Like she's, I think, about 10 years old, 9 or 10 now. So she's not a puppy, but yeah, so hopefully she'll be able to handle the anesthetic and all that, and they're gonna spay her while she's under. Now, we didn't get her spayed because when we got her, it was only a few years ago. My mom had her as a puppy, and I don't know why she didn't get her spayed. I think she was planning on breeding her because she wanted puppies, which it was never really a good idea. The world has enough puppies, but anyway, once we had her, we were told by a few people that, if she hadn't been spayed within the first couple of years, that it got riskier as they got older, and we shouldn't do it, and so we didn't. And the vet was saying that that's not necessarily true. The risk does go up as they get older, but it's still more of a risk to not do it. So we just wish we would have known that. We would have had her spayed, 4 years ago or whenever we took her over. But we didn't know. In fact, we were told the opposite by people who we figured had experience in that area. So anyway, yeah, basically, for a dog to get mammary tumors, like breast tumor basically, is usually a direct result of them not being spayed and still having all of their reproductive hormones active in their body. And so yeah, they're gonna spay her while she's under, and I mean, the vet seemed optimistic. He said he thought it would be a successful surgery, so that's good. And I think we got it pretty early, although it does seem pretty big. I'm surprised we didn't feel it sooner, unless it just like exploded to this size really quickly, because it's like, I don't know, probably about like 2 inches in diameter around, and then like an inch tall. Like it's a big chunk of something. So I hope she's gonna be okay. And the thing that's actually bothering me the most about all of this is, oh, $1,600 to do this, which we don't really have much savings, and we definitely weren't planning on spending that kind of money right now. So we're a little bit stressed about that as well. My boyfriend's going to be working overtime, and he's going to be able to save it up in about a month. But his mom's actually going to help us out to get the operation done sooner because we don't want to wait a month. So that's really nice of her, and then he's just going to pay her back within a month. And hopefully it's not going to be much more than that if they have to send the tumor away for testing and then end up going back and doing another surgery. Then I expect it's actually going to be a lot more than that. So I don't know what we'll do. We'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it, I guess. But yeah, so what's bothering me a lot is I talked to my friend, who's my best friend, supposedly. I say that because there's times when she can actually not be a very good friend to me. Quite a few times in the past things have happened, but anyway, she's my best friend. We've been friends since, for like 13, 14 years. And she's a vet assistant, and when I told her about it, she basically told me it was my fault that this happened because I didn't get her spayed. And when I told her that, we had been told not to, and we didn't know that, the risk was still greater to have her unspayed than to take the risk of the operation, she was like, well, I told you to get her spayed, and I told you blah blah blah, and I don't remember her telling me that, but she says she did, and yeah, so she pretty much told me it was my fault, and, was just really cold about it, and was like, well, I feel really bad for Zoe, that's the dog, this is really sad for her, like, it's not sad for me because I deserve this or something, I did it myself, like, it's, too bad for Zoe that I did this to her, and, that was basically what she was saying. So that kind of hurt. I mean, I can understand her opinion, her feeling that way. I know some things she's told me from working in vet clinics over the years, that she sees a lot of things with animals that could have been avoided if their, owners knew better. Not just with spaying and neutering, but with, especially with car accidents where animals are kept in the front seat or, inside the vehicle without a kennel or anything, or any protection, and there's a car accident and the animal goes flying through the windshield and gets, brutally hurt, and could have been avoided, and that kind of thing. So, I mean, I can only imagine that being in the front line, so to speak, and seeing these animals go through things that, could have been avoided, would make it harder to sympathize with the humans who don't know any better and are now sad that their animals are going through something. But I mean, you'd think, despite that, it'd be one thing if I was just somebody who came into her clinic, that she didn't know, and even then, there's supposed to be a lot more tactful and not judgmental, but especially when it's your friend, supposed to be your best friend, is that really the reaction that you should be having when they've just told you that their dog could be really ill and they're scared and sad, and, do you think they really need you to be telling them it's their fault? I don't know, that really hurt my feelings, and I didn't say anything at the time, and now I can't, because, I don't know, she was so passive-aggressive about it that I couldn't really call her on it, because she didn't really say anything specific. I mean, she did, she said it was outright, she said it was my fault, but, I couldn't really say anything, and now it's kind of, the moment's passed, but I definitely won't be bringing it up with her again, because I don't need that on top of the worry that I already have, so, whatever. But yeah, anyway, I'm stressed about my dog, and I'm just not looking forward to her having to go through the surgery, even if it is successful, to have to be at the vet without me and my boyfriend